several weeks ago, I made a video talking about the defunding of the programs responsible federally for training new, what are called TBIs, which are teachers that work with blind and deafblind students at public school system. So that I covered a few weeks back, and I said that it looks like they are going to make it a state responsibility. But now there's an update to that, and that is there have been massive layoffs from the Office of Education and Rehabilitational Services. And that office is directly responsible for enforcing the Access to Education for Individuals with Disabilities Act, which covers the rights of disabled students to access school through mainstream channels such as public or Catholic school. And this is not the route that I was hoping to see. I was a little concerned when the braille funding was cut. You know, it looked like it was due to the specific universities taking advantage of those grants, not playing along with certain political things that Trump wanted to have them do on the I think the immigration level and the like some of the other things he talked about cutting Title IX funding too. But this, on the other hand, is a different beast, because when you go after the office that's responsible for enforcing the act that codifies the rights of disabled kids to go to public school, then you start forcing a regression and start forcing more disabled kids back into the disability residential school system. And those school systems are fraught with their own issues of isolationism, abuse, and improper socialization. The video that I'm trying to do on the differences between mainstreamed blind students versus blind school students, I'm still trying to gather data from that, but from the summer camps I attended, and even my own piano teacher who attended only blind school, there was a marked difference between the people who attended residential school and the mainstreamed blind kids. And if you're going to lay off the number that I saw the most credit for was about 500 staff. If you're going to lay off that many people in regards to enforcing an act specifically in regards to disabled kids accessing school with their sighted or their able-bodied peers, that's very worrisome. I'm not going to go as far as some people on TikTok and Facebook have gone to, like, this is the start of eugenics. I'm not going to go that far. I think that's a little bit hyperbolic. But I definitely think that going after the Office of Education and Rehabilitational Services is a bad idea, because now there are less people to oversee whether this act is being followed. And a lot of these cuts to the programs like the Braille and ASL funding, like this cut, I feel like they're kind of dancing around the Americans with Disabilities Act, trying to loophole around it, because not only are they kind of dancing on it by cutting off the federal funding for literacy for a certain population. Now they are going after the people who are overseeing whether even more disabled kids are being properly educated at school. And that's not okay. You wouldn't want anybody in charge of overseeing whether your perfectly able-bodied child was getting educated properly. Why the hell is it okay to all of a sudden cut the funding to make sure that little Timmy in the wheelchair, or little Susie on crutches, or Tommy who has autism don't have to go back to the institutional school? Like, why are we doing this? This is backwards. And of course, we all know who's responsible for this. No, it's not Donald Trump. Everyone's like, Donald Trump, Donald Trump, Donald Trump. Nope, it's freaking Linda McMahon. Yeah, that Linda McMahon. I think she makes Trump look like a sane person, frankly. But hey, that's just me. Let me know what you think in the comments about this. I do think it's very disturbing, very worrisome. But again, I'm not going to sit there and scream eugenics, because I think that's ridiculous. And that word is fast joining others in its vast overuse. But let me know what you guys think. I hope you guys are enjoying your day. Happy Canadian Thanksgiving. Like, share, subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.